Going into Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, there are a lot of questions from the fanbase regarding Luke Skywalker's role in the movie, such as how important will he be, how much screen time will he have, and will he be a Force ghost or return back to the living? Now, the last question is only really a question to begin with because of one of the images that Vanity Fair released for Episode 9, which shows Luke standing next to R2-D2 in the flesh and not as a Force ghost as you would imagine. As a result, this did spawn several different theories on what Luke's role in 9 would be, with some ranging that Luke would be revived to help fight against Palpatine, and others speculating that even Force Ghost Luke would still join on the action, using a bunch of new Force powers that we've never even seen before. But while some of these theories do sound like a lot of fun, a recent interview with Mark Hamill may have put some of these theories to rest. In this interview, Hamill not only confirms that Luke will be returning as a Force ghost, but he also reveals one other disappointing truth regarding his role in the movie. And that is, Luke will only show up at the end of the movie in a short scene.
Is this really going to be your last Star Wars appearance?
I sure hope so.
Why?
Well, because, I had closure in the last one. The fact that I'm involved in any capacity is only because of that peculiar aspect of the Star Wars mythology where if you're a Jedi, you get to come back and make a curtain call as a Force ghost.
Now, what's alarming here is Hamill saying that Luke will only be coming back to make a curtain call as a Force ghost, which basically translates to a short scene right before the movie ends. In addition to this, Hamill also says that he's hoping he's done with Star Wars for good. Which, if you think about it, I can't blame him one bit. His time in the sequel trilogy hasn't really been the best. Hamill was previously angry at JJ for barely having him in The Force Awakens at all, having no said lines no less, and then he consistently butted heads of Rian Johnson on the portrayal of Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, where he afterwards went on to make a PR nightmare for Lucasfilm when he went public with that information. And now, based on this interview and Hamill's tone and body language when speaking about his role in 9, it's not a stretch by any means to say he isn't happy about Luke's appearance in there either. And considering JJ left Luke until the very end of The Force Awakens, then it doesn't surprise me that he may do that again in 9. Now, looking back when Colin Trevorrow was still set to direct Episode 9 and spoke to Hamill about his ideas for Luke in that movie, that only seemed to excite Hamill and actually make him happy. It was the first time that both Hamill and the director of the sequel trilogy both agreed and saw eye to eye with each other, as Luke was going to have a major role in Trevorrow's version of 9. But as we all know what happened, Lucasfilm didn't agree with the story and in turn canned Trevorrow, instead replacing him with JJ Abrams, which Hamill wasn't also happy about.
We didn't know who the director was going to be, and then they announced JJ Abrams, and it all came out. It was all very, very exciting, and I hope people are happy. It seems like, because in Hollywood, remember, kids, it's not important if it's of high quality, only if it makes money. So, because The Force Awakens made a lot of money, I can't be, it's not ergo, it's good. And oh my God, I just realized this is all on film. Because I shouldn't have gotten that specific.
In general, it's no secret that Lucasfilm seemed to want to include Hamill as little as possible in 9, based on his less than kind words on the sequel trilogy and him generally being considered a loose cannon at this point. With Hamill even once joking on what are Lucasfilm going to do, fire him? But at the same time, they do have to put him in the movie, no matter how small of a role, or else they would face a major fan backlash. Either way, I'm sure Lucasfilm and Disney can't wait to end the Skywalker trilogy once and for all, so they don't have to deal with Hamill anymore, and well, I'm sure the feeling is mutual where Mark is concerned. Now, as for whether Mark Hamill's words on his appearance in 9 are total confirmation or not, still remain to be seen. But regardless, I highly doubt Lucasfilm and Disney wanted him to reveal such delicate information out to the public like this. And considering we haven't heard or seen Luke in any of the major Episode 9 plot leaks so far, then, well, it looks like Hamill wasn't lying in his interview. In either case, that's not to say that Episode 9 will be a bad movie because of JJ neglecting Luke again, as who knows, it might easily be the best in an entire sequel trilogy, which I'm hoping it will be. But at the same time, it's hard to say if Hamill and Luke fans will be completely satisfied with it. But let me know down in the comment section if you're fine as Luke coming back as a Force ghost for a small appearance, or if you would have preferred to see Trevorrow continue on as director just to have Luke be a major part of 9, as I'm curious to see how many people are for or against this. As always, be sure to like and share this video, as well to keep it here to Silo for everything on the latest in Star Wars. N7 from Silo, signing out.